Here's the truth that no one tells you. You will never feel like it. You won't wake up one day magically and decide to study for hours, to start that business, and to sit down and code, or to do the boring but important things. I have studied my whole life, and I can swear to you that I have never felt motivated to sit down on my own and study for hours and hours. I just did it because I had to, because there was a system, there was attendance, there were teachers, deadlines, and everything to keep me accountable. And if I didn't do any assignment, or if I didn't complete my project, my teacher would call out my name in the class and ask why I didn't do my assignment, and I would be embarrassed in front of my classmates. So that was something that I had to do because the system in my classroom was very strict, and we would even get punished for not showing up to class every day or completing the assignment. But when it comes to starting a business, when it comes to creating a project or coding or to getting rich, there are no teachers, there are no deadlines, and there are no systems to keep us accountable. As a result, we never do those things because we never feel like doing the hard things on our own. And if you have accomplished something in the past, it's most probably because of your teachers or because of a system or a boss or something that kept you accountable. I graduated high school with a 98% average, and I can swear to you that I have never felt motivated on my own to sit down and study on my own. I just did it because I had to, because of deadlines, because of assignments, because I didn't want to get punished in front of my classmates or become embarrassed in the classroom. So there is nothing called motivation. If you keep waiting for the right moment, for the perfect moment, or for when you feel like doing the things that you're supposed to do, you will be stuck in the same place forever, and your situation even will get worse and worse day by day, because that is how we are. We never want to do the hard things. We never feel like to do the things that we are supposed to do. We never feel like do the things that don't give us any pleasure at the moment. So here's something that I had to learn the hard way. Discipline starts when motivation ends. Here's a quote that I love. If you only work on the days that you feel good, you will never get anything done. Think about it. How many times do you want to do the hard things? Do you want to sit down for 2 hours and start your business? And do you feel like writing a 10-page paper? Of course not. When you want to start, the voice in your head will say, I will do it tomorrow. I'm tired today. Maybe I should rest for today, and tomorrow I'll have more energy and I'll just get it done tomorrow. Or you'll tell yourself that one day off won't hurt me. But that is a trap. Your mind is a master manipulator. It always wants comfort. It always wants the easy thing. These words that I'll start tomorrow, I'm tired today, and tomorrow I'll have more energy to get things done. These are the exact same words that you used and you wasted the past 5 years of your life. And you need to learn to say that I will do it today, and I'll do what I said I would do no matter what. Because in the morning when you think that I have to do these things and I have to complete this task, this project and everything, you immediately think about the easy things that you can do instead. For example, you can watch a movie, you can rest, you can scroll on social media. That is how your mind automatically chooses the easy, pleasurable task. And you will end up scrolling on your phone because your mind chooses the easiest, most pleasurable ways. You should understand that first of all, you will never feel like doing the hard things, and second, there is no such thing as motivation. You will never feel like doing the hard things because that's just how our minds work. We always want the easy, most pleasurable tasks. And here is the solution. Just start. Not perfectly, not when you feel like it, not when everything is just right, not when you're full of energy. Starting is always the hardest part of doing anything, because right before that you want to start doing something, you will think about the task. You will think about, okay, I have to write this 10-page paper, okay, I have to start with introduction, I have to do the examples, I have to do the citation and everything. And because your mind doesn't like hard works, it tries to convince you, and it tries to manipulate you, and it tries to change your mind, and it tries to avoid doing that task because it wants to do the easiest task. It wants to save energy. But the good news is that as soon as you start the task, the resistance will go away. All you have to do is to start. Once you start, those fears and those doubts and those excuses will go away, because when you start, you will think about, okay, how can I solve this math question? Your mind gets busy figuring out the answer to those questions, and it becomes engaged in that task. As a result, you won't think about how to avoid doing the test, and you will just keep going. Because before starting, because you're thinking about starting the task, your mind convinces you to avoid it. But when you start, because your mind is engaged in the task and you're trying to figure out the answer to these questions, now your mind is busy and it's not thinking about if I should do it or not, if I should continue or not, because your mind is busy thinking about the task. And that is why that most of the times, for 90% of the times, once you start, you will keep going, because the momentum will kick in, because your mind is busy with the task, is engaged with the task, and you will just keep doing it. And that is the exact reason that everyone says that the starting is the hardest part. That is why that you have to start. So all you have to do is to push past that first and initial resistance, and after you start the task, the resistance will go away, and now your mind is busy with the task, your mind is engaged with the task, and you don't think about if you should start it or you should do it or not. That is why they say starting is the hardest part, because once you start, everything will be just fine. And the most important thing is that you have to stop negotiating with yourself. This is where most people fail. They treat their goals as if they are optional. They wake up in the morning and they ask themselves, should I study today? Do I feel like coding for today? Should I work out for today, or I can just skip it for today? Once you start asking those questions, you're already lost. You're already in the trap. You need to stop negotiating with yourself about your goals and the things that you're supposed to do. Just the night before, plan your day, write down exactly what you need to do, and when the time comes, you follow through. No discussions. And that's how you build discipline. That is how you rewire your identity. If it's on the plan, it needs to be done. End of story. You have to follow your plan, not motivation, not your mood, not your brain's excuses or other excuses or anything external. You have to follow your plan. Most of the discipline that we had growing up was from outside. I graduated high school with 98% average. Do you know why? It wasn't because I was naturally motivated or I was smart or anything. It was because I had no other choice. Because my high school was very strict. I did my high school in Afghanistan, and there the system is very strict at high schools. There are attendance policies, there are regulations, there are rules, and the teachers are very strict. If you don't do your assignment, they will call out your name in the class and they will ask you to come in front of the class, and all of your classmates will see that you are getting punished. It is very embarrassing. All I wanted to do was to escape from those embarrassments and from those punishments. As a result, every year I was ranked first in my classroom, or even second or third, but not worse than that. But when I came to Canada for university, I realized that there are no attendance policies. The teachers won't call out your name if you don't submit an assignment. There are no punishments, and if you listen to the teacher in the class or if you don't listen, they don't really care. As a result, I started doing just enough to pass the classes, not to get like A classes or become the top student in my class. And that's where most people fail. If you want to become rich, if you want to read more, if you want to start and build personal projects, if you want to start an online business, there are no accountability system for us. There are no deadlines, no teachers, or there is nothing. And that is why that you need to become your own system. You have to be two people now. You have to become the soldier that wakes up, follows the rules, and executes without question, and the sergeant who sets up the rules, makes up the plans, and holds the standards. Every night, the sergeant writes the mission, and every day the soldier follows it, no debate, no delay. This is how you create a structure with a world with no structure. And that is how you remove option. In a school or military, no one cares if you don't feel like it. No one cares about your excuses. You just show up and you execute without questions or excuses. That is the mindset that you have to build. You have to be your own soldier and your own sergeant. And that is why that I'm going to start a challenge, and for the next 2 months I want to build discipline in my life, because even until this day I'm not very disciplined with most of the tasks. So the plan is that I want to study coding every day for 1 hour. I'm going to start with 30 minutes, but I'm going to expand upon it later once my habit is established. And I want to start a skincare and I want to integrate it in my night routine. I want to master the art of starting because I know that the starting is the hardest part, and I want to just start, and I want to remove the options and negotiations from my life, and I just want to get things done for the next 2 months. And I will probably make another video in 2 months and I'll share the results with you. And I want to share with you if I was successful building discipline in my life for the first time on my own or not. If you made it this far to the video, please comment discipline in the comment sections because I want to know how many people will want to see that video. And also write down in the comments what is one thing that you want to do tomorrow even if you don't feel like it. You will never feel like it, and that is the truth. But you do it anyways because your future depends on it. Don't feel like for when you're motivated or energetic. Set the plans, remove the options. Just show up like a soldier and lead like a sergeant. Your goals should be non-negotiable because success doesn't go to the most talented, it goes to the most consistent people. You've already wasted a lot of time. You've already wasted the past 5 years. It is the time to make different decisions and to build a different life. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next videos.